Legend of Yufei Chapter 24.
General Yu Fei is actually about to execute one of his subordinates, a guy named Jiao King.
Right. And the reason is, Ji King fell for a pretty classic deception, the golden cicada shedding its shell trick. Shay Chin. He thought he was capturing the top Jin general, Nianhan, but he basically got a decoy instead. Failed mission.
Ouch. But then something unexpected happens.
Exactly. The guy they did capture, the decoy Nianhan, he speaks up, and he reveals he's actually Copper Immortal Wenlang. Not a Saginahan, but still a very powerful Grand Marshal in the Jin Kingdom.
Okay, so still a significant catch.
A very significant catch. And the text even gives us his internal thought, which is amazing. He thinks, Huiji woos, which means something like, with this person, meaning Yu Fei, in the Central Plains, my lord can forget about conquering the Song dynasty.
Wow. So even as a prisoner, he's acknowledging Yu Fei's strength. That's powerful.
It shows the immense respect, maybe even fear Yu Fei commanded, even from his enemies.
So despite Ji King making this, frankly, huge mistake, Yu Fei shows mercy.
He does, remarkably. He calls it a first offense, spares his life. But he doesn't just let him off. He immediately gives Ji King a new job.
Which is?
Take the real captive, Copper Immortal Wenlang, and all the captured gear, the weapons, the horses, everything. Take it all straight to the Grand Marshal's main camp, report the victory, claim the merit.
Okay, so mercy, but also get back to work and report this properly.
Exactly. It shows Yu Fei still trusts the process, the system, for reporting merit.
Right. So Ji King, probably feeling pretty relieved, sets off. And his journey takes him to Lu Yu's camp. This is a key stop, right?
A crucial stop. And this is where the story takes a sharp turn. Ji King arrives, likely still buzzing from the victory and his near-death experience. He reports Yu Fei's incredible success, killing 100,000 Jin soldiers, capturing this high-ranking general, and he asks for passage to continue to the Grand Marshal.
Okay, so Lu Yu hears this amazing news. You'd think he'd be thrilled for the cause, right?
You would think. But the narrative gives us his internal reaction, too. And it's not good. His first thought isn't admiration. It's pure, naked envy. He thinks, Suo Fei.
Meaning?
If merit is discussed, his rank will certainly be above mine. It's all about him. He's instantly worried about Yu Fei getting promoted over him.
Wow. So much for team spirit. That reveals a lot about Lu Yu right there.
It really does. His ambition, his insecurity, it overrides everything else.
So what does he do? He can't exactly tell Ji King he's jealous.
No. He plays it smooth. Very clever, actually. He puts on a friendly face, tells Ji King something like, oh, me and your boss, Yu Fei, we're like brothers.
A fake camaraderie.
Totally fake. Then he says, look, don't you worry about trekking all the way to the Grand Marshal. It's a hassle. I'll send the captives and the report for you. You just head back to your camp.
Seriously?
Yep. And he sweetens the deal, says, take these provisions back. Pigs, sheep, cattle, wine, reward your troops for the good work.
And Ji King.
Ji King, probably exhausted and definitely unsuspecting, is grateful. He thanks Lu Yu and heads back with the supplies. He has no idea.
Well, Lu Yu is already plotting behind his back. Unbelievable.
And Lu Yu moves fast. The moment Ji King's gone, he imprisons Copper Immortal Wenlang in his own rear camp. He keeps all the captured spoils, the horses, the equipment, and then he sits down and writes a completely false battle report.
Claiming the victory for himself.
Absolutely. He tells his flag bearer, very explicitly, to go to the Grand Marshal and report that he, Lu Yu, defeated the Jin forces and captured the general. And he stresses, be clever about it. Don't let anything slip. The phrase used is basically, don't leak any wind, don't give the game away.
The audacity is just staggering. He's stealing Yu Fei's monumental achievement.
And risking the entire system of rewards and promotions based on merit. It's a serious betrayal.
Okay, so Lu Yu thinks he's got this all sewn up. But meanwhile, back at the Grand Marshal's main camp, things are happening.
That's right. Remember Hu Zongjin, the reconnaissance officer?
One up the tree?
The very same. He returns from Qinglong Mountain, and he diligently reports everything he saw the night before. He literally witnessed Yu Fei's battle from his hiding spot.
Ah, so the truth is already getting back, just through different channels.
Precisely. The Grand Marshal commends Hu Zongjun for his good work, notes his merit. He doesn't maybe realize the full significance just yet, but the information is there.
So the very next day, the Grand Marshal holds court.
Yeah.
And guess who shows up?
Right on cue, Lu Yu's flag bearer arrives, presents the fake report, the one detailing Lu Yu's glorious imaginary victory.
And the Grand Marshal? Does he buy it?
Not for a second. He's sharp. He immediately sees what's happened. The text says, he notes, Yu Xiao. Yu Xianfeng's merit has been appropriated. Stolen.
He knows.
He knows. He dismisses the flag bearer, doesn't give anything away to him, but sends an order back to Lu Yu. Send the captured general here immediately. We need to confirm the merit and report it up to the capital.
Ooh, testing him. So the Grand Marshal is furious then.
Absolutely furious. He declares Liu Yu is guilty of okery, obstructing the virtuous, and stealing merit. And exactly. Hu Zhongjun argues this way. The hearts of everyone will be convinced, and he will die without resentment, or at least without his supporters having grounds to complain.
Smart. Public accountability. The Grand Marshal agrees.
He does. He sees the wisdom in it and sends Hu Zhongjun himself to fetch Liu Yu.
So the trap is being set. Liu Yu's fate seems sealed, but then another twist.
Another twist. Just as Hu Zhongyun is heading off, a new character enters the picture. Tao Rong. He's a Jidushi, a powerful regional military governor from Liangwai, an important figure.
Okay, another official. How does he fit in?
This is crucial. He's Liu Yu's uko.
Which means...
It's a specific kind of family tie through marriage. In this context, it means Tao Rong is the father of Liu Yu's son-in-law.
Yeah.
So his daughter is married to Liu Yu's son, or perhaps the other way around. The point is they're family.
Family connections. That always complicates things.
Always. And Tao Rong happens to be there, perhaps for other business, and he secretly overhears the Grand Marshal's entire plan to trap and execute Liu Yu.
Oh, wow. So what does he do? Loyalty to the Grand Marshal or loyalty to family?
Family wins immediately. His concern shifts instantly to his son-in-law, and by extension, his own daughter. Their lives are now tied to Liu Yu's fate.
So he has to warn him.
Without a second thought. He doesn't go himself, that would be too risky. He grabs his most trusted family general, puts him on the fastest horse, and sends him racing off to Liu Yu's camp.
A secret warning.
A desperate secret warning. Back at Liu Yu's camp, Liu Yu's probably pacing, wondering why his flag bearer isn't back yet with news of his promotion. Suddenly, Tao Rong's messenger gallops in. The text says he arrives flustered in a panic.
You can picture the scene. What's the message?
Stark and simple. Don't go. The Grand Marshal's invitation. It's a trap. It's a matter of life-threatening danger.
Just like that. Life or death. Liu Yu's reaction.
Complete shock. Siha. Great shock and loss of color. The blood drains from his face. He realizes how close he came. He immediately gives the messenger a huge reward, 50 taels of silver. And he expresses profound gratitude to Tao Rong, saying something like, "Zuyu, I owe him my life. For this kindness, I will repay him heavily." Liu Yu. He's in, well, hot water.
Deep trouble. He's just been exposed for trying to steal military glory from the famous General Yu Fei. Not a good look.
Not at all. So his career is basically in tatters. What's his next move?
Yeah.
It's incredibly bold, maybe desperate.
Both, I'd say. He actually frees a captured Jin general, this guy Tongxian Wenlang,
Freeze him. Wow, okay.
and then proposes they defect together to the Jin kingdom.
No way. Just like that.
Just like that. He's convinced the Song are finished, that the Jin are the rising power.
And what does the Jin general say to this?
This is fascinating. Tongxian Wenlang immediately says, yes, the Jin Wolf Lord, their leader. He loves talent, values the virtuous.
Even a traitor?
Apparently. He promises Liu Yu a big promotion if he comes over. It tells you a lot about the Jin leadership. Very pragmatic.
So morality doesn't really factor in. It's all about usefulness.
Exactly. If a turncoat general can help them win, they'll take him. Strategic gain above all else.
That's quite a gamble for Liu Yu, though, trusting his former enemy.
It really is. It shows a certain, maybe arrogance, or just blind faith in his own importance, despite everything.
Well, he definitely acts the part. He's getting ready to lead his troops over to the Jin, super confident. He even laughs off an urgent order from his own commander, Grand Marshal Zhang Suo.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty pleased with himself at this point.
But here's where it all goes spectacularly wrong. It's actually kind of amazing.
Oh, this part is great.
He gathers his army, right? Probably gives some big speech about their glorious future with the Jin, and then he announces the plan.
Yeah, the reaction.
Complete disaster for him. The text says, "Jib." Well, a chorus, really, comes up from the ranks. We all have parents, wives, families here. We don't want to surrender to the Jin.
Yeah.
And then, boom, they all just scatter, leave him standing there.
Wow. His entire army abandons him.
Pretty much. He's left with just a few personal bodyguards. Talk about humiliation.
That's incredible, and it raises a huge question, doesn't it? about loyalty.
For sure.
What does this tell us? You've got the commander's ambition, his personal calculation for survival and gain. And then you have the ordinary soldiers. Their loyalty isn't necessarily to him, is it? It's tied to something deeper, family, home, maybe a sense of belonging.
Right. There's a massive disconnect between what Lu Yu wants and what his troops actually value. Their fundamental loyalties are with Song, with their homes.
Exactly. Power isn't just dictated from the top. It relies on the consent, or at least the shared values of those below. And Lu Yu just completely misread that.
You'd think being abandoned by your entire army might humble a guy.
You would think.
Yeah.
But Lu Yu, nope.
He digs in. He sends a message back to Zhang Suo via an officer, and it's dripping with contempt. Calls Zhang Suo an old thief.
An old thief, really, after he's the one defecting.
Right, and he says, "No, surrendering to the Jin now. Consider this donkey's head just temporarily lent to you, old thief. I'll be back to take it soon."
The sheer arrogance. It's breathtaking, really, even in defeat.
Totally delusional. Okay, so while Lu Yu is off making friends with the enemy, what's happening back on the Song side?
Well, news travels fast. Grand Marshal Zhang Suo hears about Lu Yu's defection.
And he must be furious.
Oh, absolutely. He immediately starts preparing a report, a memorial for the emperor.
But then talk about timing.
Right. An imperial edict arrives. Almost perfectly timed.
And what does it say?
2 key things. First, Zhang Suo is ordered to defend the Yellow River, a crucial strategic point.
Okay, makes sense.
And second, Yu Fei gets promoted.
Yu Fei, the guy Lu Yu tried to screw over.
The very same. He's officially made deputy commander. A major promotion.
Wow. So Lu Yu's betrayal actually clears the way for Yu Fei's rise.
It seems like it. It's a huge signal from the emperor, or the court at least.
Mm-hmm.
They're ditching the unreliable schemer and putting their trust in proven talent and loyalty.
A really clear shift.
Definitely. It shows they recognize who the real assets are in this crisis.
Mm-hmm.
So Zhang Suo, following orders, immediately sends the newly promoted Yu Fei off to the Yellow River front.
The irony is just, wow. Okay, so Yu Fei's star is rising in the Song ranks. Let's switch perspective. What's happening over in the Jin camp?
Well, things aren't all smooth sailing for them either. Remember General Zhan Han? He was sent out with a big army.
Yeah, from Qinglong Mountain.
That's the one. He's just returned. And he's been defeated. Badly.
Uh-oh. How does the Jin leader, Wu Zhu, take that news?
Not well. He's incredulous. He's like, how? You had 100,000 men. How could the Song beat you? And then he says something really telling.
What's that?
He says, Jiaqiu Hu Fei, I've never even heard of any Yu Fei in the Central Plains.
So Yu Fei is still relatively unknown to the top Jin leadership at this point.
Apparently so. Yu Fei's solo raid right into the Jin camp.
A solo raid against 100,000 men.
Sounds like it. And also his cunning tactics. Su Tu, using ambushes with water and fire. Zhan Han basically says, this Yu Fei guy is Xu Ju. He's the real deal. Truly formidable.
And didn't Tongxin Wenlang save him? The guy Lu Yu released?
Yes. Zhan Han admits that Tongxin Wenlang actually saved his life during the fighting. Adds another layer to it all.
So how does Wu Zhu react to this news, hearing about this unknown, terrifyingly effective general?
His reaction is visceral. Pure rage. He doesn't just take it as a military setback, he takes it personally.
Personally.
Yeah. He immediately vows, right then and there, that he will personally lead the Jin forces across the Yellow River. His goal, capture Yu Fei, avenge Yan Han.
Wow.
And then he adds this kicker. Jinshu, directly attack Jinling, the Song capital, flatten the Song court to vent his hatred.
So it's not just strategy anymore, it's personal vengeance against Yu Fei.
Exactly. Yu Fei, almost overnight, goes from being unknown to being the focus of the Jin leader's personal fury. His reputation is clearly preceding him. He's become a symbol.
That's a powerful psychological impact he's having already.
Immense. It shows how quickly a legend can be born in wartime.
Okay, so just as Wu Zhu is vowing vengeance on Yu Fei, who shows up at the Jin camp...
None other than Tongxin Wenlang. Bringing Lu Yu with him, the timing is just impeccable in this story.
Talk about walking into the lion's den. What's Wu Zhu's first reaction to seeing Lu Yu, the Song defector?
It's not welcoming. He hears Lu Yu has defected and basically says, "Ya don tu." What does that mean?
It's a term for execution. He essentially says, why keep such a traitor? Take him out and kill him.
Whoa, so much for loving talent and valuing the virtuouses.
Right. Seems like Wu Zhu's personal code, or maybe his anger, overrides that pragmatic promise Tongxin Wenlang made. for a moment anyway.
What changes his mind? His advisor steps in. Hamichi. He says, wait, Wolf Lord, don't do that.
Okay.
Hamichi argues, Kotiji, bring him in. Make him a king. Settle him here. He'll be useful.
Make him a king after wanting to execute him seconds earlier.
Exactly. And Wuzu listens. They bring Liu Yu in, make him king of Lu, and put him in charge of the Shandong region, which they likely just conquered.
That's a whiplash-inducing turnaround. Why? Why make him a king?
Pure cynical pragmatism again, but maybe a bit more sophisticated this time. Think about it.
Okay.
By making Liu Yu a known Song trader, the ruler of a former Song territory like Shandong, what are they doing?
Rubbing salt in the wound. Installing a puppet.
Both. They get an administrator who presumably knows the area, but more importantly, they install a living symbol of Song betrayal within Song territory. It's psychological warfare.
Undermining any local loyalty to the Song dynasty?
Precisely. It constantly reminds people that even their own generals switch sides. It's a cold, calculated move to use Liu Yu's treachery as a tool for control, far beyond just his military value, which was questionable anyway after his army left him.
So they despised him personally, but saw his symbolic value as a traitor. Chilling.
Very. It shows a real ruthlessness in their statecraft.
Okay, so while Liu Yu gets his poisoned chalice of a kingship and Yufei heads to the Yellow River,
While Marshal Zhang is dealing with the external threat, there's something else brewing inside the city, ambition. Specifically with this guy, Zhan Bengchang. It really makes it think, doesn't it? In a crisis, how many people are looking for an angle, not just trying to survive? So Marshal Zhang's army is getting closer to Biongjing. Zhan Bengchang hears this news, and he doesn't see danger. He sees an opportunity. So what exactly is his plan? I mean,
that's where his cunning really shows. He cooks up this completely false narrative. He goes straight to Fengong Tower, probably some private part of the palace, secluded, and he finds the Empress Dowager. He tells her, look, Wuzu, that's the Jurchen general, his forces are about to hit Biongjing, like any minute now.
creating panic.
Exactly. Then he offers this fake solution. Let me take you to Jinling, he says. That's where the 9th Prince Kang, the Emperor Gaozan, had set up, ostensibly for her safety.
Right then and there, Zhang Bengchang asks for the imperial seal. Now, this isn't just some trinket. This is the imperial seal. In Chinese history, this thing is like the ultimate symbol of power, of the mandate of heaven itself.
She just breaks down, tears, the works, completely overwhelmed. And she says something really heartbreaking, like, the emperor's missing, we have no news, so what good is this seal anyway? Just take it.
Oh, wow.
And just like that, she hands it over. Now, if you think about the bigger picture here, getting that seal, that's a massive win for Zhang Bengchang. Strategically brilliant in a twisted way, it's more than just betrayal. It's a power grab, using this incredibly potent symbol of legitimacy.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a fancy stamp, It represented the emperor's divine right.
Talk about seizing the moment.
Absolutely. And the payoff for him is immediate, lightning fast. The second he has that seal in his hand, he doesn't hang around. He legs it home, grabs all the family valuables, gold, jewels, you name it, rounds up his household,
And
they're gone. Out of the city, heading for Jinling.
okay, so Zhan Bengchang has made his escape. He's got the seal, the riches. Quite the haul. But what's happening back at the city gates while all this drama is going down inside?
Right. So while Zhang Bengchang is doing his runner, completely unknown to Marshal Zhang, Marshal Zhang's army actually arrives at Bianling, that's Banjing, the capital.
Okay.
The city guards, presumably relieved to see Song forces, they just open the gates, welcome him right in.
So he just walks in.
Pretty much. He enters the city, and his first stop is to pay respects to the Empress Dowager. Probably expecting, a formal greeting, maybe news about the emperor.
And cue the revelations
Yeah.
is where it all comes out, right?
But instantly, the Empress Dowager tells him everything, the whole story. How Zhang Bengchang spun this tale, tricked her, got the imperial seal, and then just vanished with his family. Nobody knows where he is.
Wow. What's Marshal Zhang's reaction? He's just secured the capital, and now he hears this.
Well, his first instinct is damage control. Reassure the Empress Dowager. He tells her, don't worry. He sounds confident. Says something like, we've got troops guarding every exit. The traitor can't escape.
Famous last words, maybe.
Perhaps. But he promises, I'll send men out immediately to track him down. We'll find out where he went, and I'll report back. So you see the initial response, right? Trying to deal with the betrayal while also securing the city. His next move is exactly that. Get his troops properly stationed throughout Bianliang, lock down the capital, try and restore some order.
Zhang Bangchang, well, he's a complicated figure, right?
Oh, absolutely. Not a simple background. He arrives in Jinling, the capital,
And he's got something huge with him. The Jade Seal.
which is the symbol of imperial authority. Its return is a massive deal.
Understandably, the young Emperor Gaozong is just ecstatic. He sees this as a huge act of service, proof of loyalty.
So much so that he immediately appoints Zhang Bangchang to a top job, or right chancellor.
Seems like a win, right?
Oh.
But almost immediately, someone raises a red flag,
That's the Grand Tutor Li Taishi. He's wise, experienced.
and he pulls the Emperor aside, basically says, look, this seems good, but his original intention is not good.
Perceptive.
He advises the Emperor, keep him close, but not too close. Don't let him get too powerful. It's pretty sharp advice right off the bat.
Very shrewd. But then Zhang Bangchang does something, well, unexpected.
Yeah, this is interesting. Despite his, let's say, checkered past, he actually speaks up for Yu Fei
Praises him highly, calls him a pillar of the nation.
and even suggests making him marshal, to lead the charge north and rescue the captured former emperors.
Which is quite a bold move coming from him, especially just after getting this big promotion.
It really is. And Emperor Gaozong, he hears the praise for Yu Fei, seems pleased by that part.
But he kind of internally dismisses Zhang Bangchang's actual advice. Thinks something like, okay, sounds good, but I'm not listening to you. He has his own ideas.
Yeah. So this first interaction, it really sets things up, doesn't it?
It does.
What's your take? Was Yang Bangchang genuinely trying to help Yu Fei, or was this just a move, a calculation?
Well, given the whole political climate and Li Taishi's immediate suspicion, it feels more tactical,
Like testing the waters.
Exactly. Maybe testing the emperor's reaction, maybe trying to look patriotic while having other motives. Praising a popular hero like Yu Fei is a pretty safe way to score points, or at least appear loyal.
Makes sense. Like Taishi's warning certainly looks even smarter in that light.
Right. It's like a chess game from the very beginning.
And like in any good court drama, the plot gets thicker pretty fast.
Uh-huh.
Zhang Bangchang gets his title, Right Chancellor, but he feels like he doesn't have the real power he wants.
He's frustrated, so he hatches a new plan, and this one's much darker.
He notices his maid, Hexiang. She's very beautiful.
And this is where the scheme gets really personal and treacherous.
His idea is to pass Hexiang off to the Emperor as his own daughter.
Chilling, isn't it? His goal, explicitly, is to use her beauty to entice him into debauchery and neglect state affairs.
Basically distract the Emperor so completely.
That Zhang Bangchang can eventually hand the empire to the fourth prince of Jin. It's outright treason.
And incredibly, Hexiang agrees to this.
Yeah.
So he makes a formal offer, presents his daughter Hexiang to the Emperor.
And Gaozong's reaction is, well, telling. He's instantly greatly delighted.
Immediately orders her sent to the palace, no hesitation.
Another official, Li Gang, tries to mitigate it a bit, suggests the West Palace, maybe a less central part of the harem.
But the Emperor is clearly smitten, distracted.
And that's the moment Zhang Bangchang chooses, while the emperor is all focused on Hexiang.
He brings up Yu Fei again, presses again for his recall to lead the northern expedition.
And Gaozong, almost offhandedly distracted. He agrees. Issues an edict for Yu Fei's recall, gives it to Zhang Bangchang to deliver.
It just shows how vulnerable a leader can be when their attention is diverted, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a classic tactic. And what happens next is the real gut punch.
Yeah, the ultimate betrayal.
Yeah.
Zhang Bangchang takes that imperial edict.
Just keeps it, puts it away at home, never sends it.
He waits, calculates how long a messenger would realistically take to get to Yu Fei, near the Yellow River and back.
Right. Waits just long enough to make it seem plausible.
Then he goes back to court and lies, boldly.
Tells the emperor that Yu Fei received the edict but refused to obey.
He even gives a plausible-sounding excuse, cites ongoing battles, invokes the principle that a general outside does not have to obey the sovereign's command.
It's a clever lie because it uses a real military idea to cover his tracks.
And Emperor Gaozong,
Yeah.
he buys it, accepts the lie completely.
It's just, wow. The depth of Zhang Bangchang's treachery is fully exposed here.
Manipulation through flattery, distraction, and then this carefully crafted lie.
And think about the consequences. Such unchecked power held by someone so corrupt. It puts the entire empire at risk, undermining your best general when you're facing invasion. It's disastrous.
Thankfully, not everyone is fooled. There's a counter move happening.
Yes, back to Li Taishi. He's still watching, still thinking.
He talked things over with his wife. And she has this incredibly sharp insight.
She points out that Zhang Bangchang only sent Hexiang because his initial bid for direct power, for exclusive power, wasn't working.
It wasn't about serving the emperor. It was a backup plan for control.
Exactly. And Li Taishi hears this and acknowledges her wisdom. He finally sees the full picture of the deception.
So recognizing the danger and perhaps Yu Fei's importance, Li Taishi makes a move.
A strategic one. He decides to send his former servant, Zhang Bao, to go serve Yu Fei.
It's not just sending anyone. He's sending someone he trusts, someone who can observe.
But Zhang Bao isn't thrilled at first.
No, he's got this idea about status. He likes being a prime minister's servant.
He even quotes that old saying, the prime minister's servant is a 7th rank official. Basically, why should I downgrade to serve some general out in the field?
It's funny how that perception of prestige versus actual substance plays out, isn't it? Still happens today.
It really does. But Li Taishi knows better. He doesn't just order Zhang Bao, he persuades him.
He passionately praises Yu Fei, calls him a hero among men, a peerless hero.
Says he's brilliant in both civil and military matters, someone genuinely worth serving.
It's not just rank. It's about character, about merit.
Li Taishi's conviction is powerful. Zhang Bao is swayed.
He agrees to go, though he adds a little condition. If I don't like it, I'm coming back.
Fair enough. But what does this whole sequence with Li Taishi tell us about judging character in confusing times?
I think it shows that real leadership isn't just about power. It's about discernment, seeing past the surface.
Trusting your gut and maybe listening to wise counsel, like his wife's.
And it shows how reputation, true integrity, can genuinely inspire people to follow, even if it means giving up perceived status. Li Taishi recognizes Yu Fei's worth, and that inspires Zhang Bao.
It suggests that substance ultimately matters more than just the title.
So Zhang Bao makes the journey. He arrives at Yu Fei's camp near the Yellow River.
And what he finds there immediately makes an impression.
It's the simplicity. Yu Fei's quarters are basic, just plain cypress wood tables, rough utensils, no luxury at all.
Then comes dinner. Zhang Bao gets served what seems like a decent, if simple, meal. Fish, meat, tofu, beef, plain wine, regular rice.
But then comes the twist. Yu Fei's attendant leans in and explains.
This is special just for you, Zhang Bao.
Yu Fei himself.
Yeah.
He eats vegetarian every day, and even then, he's not content.
Wow. And then the attendant shares something even more profound.
Yeah, this detail is incredible. He says Yu Fei never eats a meal without weeping.
Never. Always facing north, towards the captured emperors.
With tears in his eyes, lamenting, as your minister, I get to enjoy this. But I don't know how the two holy emperors are faring.
That level of personal grief, that constant reminder of his duty and their suffering, it's deeply affecting.
It completely transforms Zhang Bao's perspective. He sees this raw, genuine patriotism and austerity.
He eats the meal heartily, finishes it all.
And then he declares right then and there, I'm not going back to Li Taishi. He recognizes he's in the presence of someone extraordinary.
It's such a powerful scene. It goes beyond battles and strategy. What does that kind of personal dedication, that quiet suffering, teach us about leadership?
It tells you that true leadership, the kind that inspires fierce loyalty, often comes from deep moral conviction. It's not just about charisma or command.
So it's about character, about embodying the cause.
Exactly. Yu Fei's simple lifestyle, his constant sorrow, it's not for show. It's real. And that authenticity is incredibly powerful. It turns Zhang Bao from a reluctant servant into a devoted follower almost instantly.
It makes the heroism feel much more human, more grounded.
But unfortunately, the plotting back at court hasn't stopped.
No, Zhang Bangchang is still at it. And we learned something else he'd already prepared for this. He had a stash of pre-printed fake imperial decrees.
Just ready to go talk about premeditated deception.
So now he pulls one out, sends another forged edict to Yu Fei at the Yellow River, trying again to recall him.
But Yu Fei, he gets this fake decree, tells the envoy basically, okay, sure, you go on ahead back to the capital, I'll follow shortly. Then, as soon as the envoy is gone, he turns to his trusted subordinate, Ji Qing.
And the text says he speaks to him with grave importance about the barbarians crossing the river.
Implying some urgent plan, some crucial instructions related to the actual military threat. But it cuts off there.
A real cliffhanger. We don't know exactly what he said.